if you want to know how I doubled my account in 90 days, watch this video.
Welcome to the Trading with Venus podcast, where we help you establish strong trading habits, generate consistent profits, and create the lifestyle you desire for yourself and your family. Now your host, Raman Gill.
Hi friends, this is Raman. As you may be aware, mid-February, we started the 90-day Turning Pro Challenge. The purpose of this challenge was to adapt the behaviors and actions of successful traders so we could create the results that these profitable traders get as well. When we started the challenge, I had a number of people join me, and we went through this challenge for 90 days. For 12 weeks, we were together in a group doing this together. There were a few different components of the challenge. First one was training. So over these years, 9 years that I've been trading, I have learned a lot of things from different sources. Some of them came from trial and error, learning from falling on my face a few times. Others were things that I picked up from the markets. In this challenge, my goal was to convey this information in a meaningful way to the people who joined the challenge. So every Tuesday we had training session where I walked everyone through the strategies that I was using, how I was viewing the markets, and what are the things that I was looking at on a day-to-day basis. We also came together every evening to do live market analysis. In my opinion, doing preparation before you trade is very, very important. And this is one of the things that separates successful traders from not so successful traders. So every evening, Monday to Thursday, we came together and did our daily market analysis, which is preparation for trading the following day. During this time, we looked at what were the news that were going to come out, how this news would impact our trading, what the market direction was for 20-some different pairs, and we also were looking at where do we think the market is going to go, what kind of pullbacks we are likely to get, and then what the profit targets would be for our trades. Another thing that we did that was critical to the success of this challenge was accountability calls. So every Friday we came together and did our accountability calls. During this call, we shared how our trading went. So I shared with everyone what my trading results were for that week, how the trading went, what are some of the obstacles that I came up against. Some of them were mental challenges, others were just market not doing what I wanted it to do. There were a lot of volatility in the market, and there were times when the market was just range bound and wasn't really moving. So we talked about all these things, but most importantly, we talked about what are some of the things we need to correct going forward. And the idea was that next week we will try to keep that in mind and fix those issues that we were bumping up against. One of the critical things that I wanted to show everyone who joined me on this challenge was how I was doing this. At the beginning of the challenge, I put in $5,000 into the trading account. At the end of the challenge, I have $10,000 in that account. So as you can see, over the course of the 90 days, I was able to double that money. Imagine if you had $5,000 in your account and you were able to double it in 90 days. Now, what if you had $10,000 that you started with, or $50,000 or $100,000? How would that impact your lifestyle? Would you be able to go on extra vacation? Would you be able to take some time off of work? Or would you be able to invest in something that you have been wanting to do? Home renovations, perhaps? So think about this. If you were able to take this money, put it into your account, and you were able to double it, how will that impact your life? What kind of results could you create in your life from that? I know trading is hard. A lot of people struggle with it. So I wanted to take everything that I have learned in the 9 years that I've been trading, and I wanted to share this with everybody. And that was the point of doing the Turning Pro Challenge, where not only am I showing my results and doing it right beside you, but also I share the lessons that I have learned through the 9 years of my trading journey. I'd like to share with you some of the lessons that I have learned during these 9 years so that you can make your trading journey easier and you do not have to run up against the obstacles that I have run up against. First thing I would like to share with you is the importance of preparation. If you're an athlete, you understand this very well. You do not win the race on the field. The race is won in the preparation, in the gym, in your diet, in your day-to-day activities that prepare you for your game. That's what we do as traders as well. We do not win or lose trades just by taking the trades. They are won in the preparation. So if you take time to prepare properly, this is where 90% of your success will come from. During the challenge, we did daily market analysis where we looked at the market direction for 20 different pairs. And then we looked at what are the best trades to take from those pairs. What are the best pairs to trade? Where do we have good setups that we can trade successfully? And where are we looking to target? Where are our profit targets? And what kind of pullbacks are we looking for? This information not only did I share during the live analysis call and you got the recording for it, but I also put it into my forecast watch list where you can look at it so you can have it at a glance with you. This is the most important component that you want to keep in mind when you're trading. Make sure you do your preparation. You need to be aware of what kind of news are coming out, what is going on in the overall market. Right now, we have US and China fighting over their trade relations, and the negotiations have not gone so well. As a result, we have seen equity markets drop, but how does this information help us? Very important. We can use this information to trade Japanese yen, and that's one of the currencies I have been trading because when the equity markets go down, Japanese yen crosses drop as well, and we can get lots of profitable trades from there. So when we know what to look for and we do the preparation properly, we are able to take advantage of those opportunities when they show up in the live market conditions. Now, if you find it hard to figure out what the market direction is, or you don't understand the correlation between different markets or different asset classes, or how tweets have an impact on our trading, you can join me on this analysis and preparation. I am starting a new service which is called the Forex Trade Vault. In the Trade Vault, you will have all the trades that I'm looking at, all the different setups that I'm looking at, and I will show you and tell you which are the important pairs that I'll be watching, which are the important setups that I'm looking at taking, and trades that I'm going to be trading under the live market conditions. So if you're interested in that, click the link below and you can join me in this. Next thing you want to keep in mind if you want to get these type of results is to stop excessive trading. Last year, I was trading the London session and my results were great. So I was able to get 300% return in the 90 days. However, what happens when you're trading a lot or you're sitting in front of the charts a lot is that you can also incur losses. So this year, that's one of the things I have changed. I have stayed away from my charts. So I do take time and prepare. However, I am not sitting and staring at my charts all day. So if you're a trader who has a full-time job, this is something you want to pay attention to. I have been trading for about an hour a day. Most of my time is spent in doing the analysis. So I really go through different pairs. I look at everything that's going on in the market, but I do not spend too much time trading. Like I said, I barely spent about an hour trading, and that time really goes towards monitoring my trades, making sure if they are close to the targets, if I need to adjust or I need to take them out. But other than that, I'm not sitting in front of my computer and doing any of that. Instead, I have actually gone and started another business that I am focused on these days. This is my passion project. But you don't need to go take on another project. However, reduce the amount of time you're spending in front of your charts, because more chart time leads to more trading. Higher frequency of trades leads to more losses. This is something that I have encountered in my personal experience, and I've seen many traders do this. They will be successful, they're taking good trades, but then they go overboard and keep on trading, and this is a recipe for disaster. You do not want to do this. So take a step back and spend less time trading and more time enjoying your life. Last point you want to keep in mind if you want to double your account is to take profits when they are available to you. Sometimes we get caught in how many times we need to get the return. So 2x, 3x. No, sometimes the markets do not go beyond a certain point. Something happens in the market. Markets have been very volatile, or they have been dead these days. We have gone back and forth between too much volatility and too rapid price moves to nothing going on in the market. Everything's at standstill, and we are waiting for something to happen, news to come out that will then drive the prices. Now, how do you trade when this is happening? Most important thing to remember is when you have taken the right trade at the right time, make sure you remember to take profit as well. Do not let your trades run for too long, because when market conditions are volatile, you can end up giving up your profits. So you want to take your profits when they are available on the table. So either you can put trailing stops in place so that it will close the trade out with a profit, or you can manually close the trade out. I have noticed that during these 90 days, I have closed more trades out manually than they have actually hit my profit target. So you do want to keep an eye on your trades, and you can do that from your smartphone. You do not need to be in front of your computer. And I actually highly recommend that you do manage your trades from your smartphone so that you are not making up setups that you may think are showing up on the charts and you're not entering the trades. So when you're managing your trades from the smartphone, you're not entering trades, you are just taking profit and closing out the trades. So very, very important to remember, take the profits as the market gives them to you. That has been one of the cornerstones for doubling my account. This 90-day process has been very rewarding, not only in terms of doubling the account, but more importantly, seeing the progress of my students. There were a lot of people who really learned things that they had never seen before or heard before in other courses. I was really honored to see the progress that people have made. People were keeping their trade journals, we were keeping scorecards, and I was really happy to see the progress they were making. There were times when they were stumbling as they were learning stuff. However, it was really rewarding and heartwarming to see the successes they were getting as well, and the learnings that came out of this challenge, and the profits they were taking as well. So if you would like to get similar results, pay attention to these tips that I have shared with you and start applying them. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll be back with you again next time.
If you want consistency in your trading, we invite you to join our daily market analysis calls, where we provide the levels to find the best entries and targets on an intraday basis. For a 1-week free trial, please visit www.tradingwithvenus.com. Thanks for joining us today. With much gratitude, your show host, Raman Gill.